We know what you want. Explosions, explosions, lizard men picnicking, then exploding. Some insane damage, some insane skill use, some insanely bad summons, especially versus beetles, some more explosions as we delve into trapped tombs via undead armies and sexy ladies at the end. It's Icewind Dale. Well, it's part 3. Hopefully you've seen part 1 and 2 at this point, so this all makes sense to you. Otherwise, what am I doing? Where am I? Mom? Dad? I'm getting some flaming oil. I now know I didn't really need it. A preparation maketh the man, and we can carry it with our bag of holding. Now, this was quite an intimidating sight. We've got a school bully here, a Verbeeg. Move out of the way. I'm guessing he sounds like an ogre from Warcraft 2. Whoa, hold on. I don't know why I've become so smarmy. Holy plate. No, that's him. Oh dear. It's already going downhill. So there are options that are going to end in combat, and I really don't want to fight this guy. Reto was a god for friend priests. Me don't talk. Hopefully he's done talking because he wants to walk away. Yeah, excellent stuff. I don't think they've got the best armor class. I might be wrong, but I've got a feeling they hit as hard as they look. And I love those little outside areas they have. Icewind Dale is very like dungeon focused, and the dungeons are very big. Defilers! I wanted to give him a little bit of class rather than madness. Silence! But he's in real trouble. I'm going to say that road does not look thick enough to stop the penetration of multiple arrows and bear claws. But he is being flanked. Well, he did not last long at all, which is good. Good to see. But unfortunately, these are as tough as I thought. Damn, actually, they are doing quite a decent... Oh, no. Oh, no. I kind of want to get my Skelly Boy in there to get some aggro, but he's so thin. He's not even registering in the peripheral vision of that Verbeeg. Okay, it looks like one bear can beat one Verbeeg. Oh my god, there's a lot of them there as well. Okay, let's bust out some spells. My job here is really motivation for my bears. One of the tactics I found actually works pretty well is getting the old Skelly Boys in the way. Because they still are ridiculously good tanks. They're just not damage dealers. Look, they're doing 7 damage when they're lucky. And we're up to... Actually, at this point, I was like, oh, we're almost level 13. Now, for anyone that could do even the most basic arithmetic, I suddenly realized, yeah, actually, one number was bigger than the other. So we're not getting much in the way of hit points. We are getting lore, which is probably the most important at this point. No, I'm kidding. We've got a level 7 spell. I took, as everyone does at this point, about 12 minutes reading every single spell, trying to work out which would be good, which isn't good. Especially on this difficulty, it's got to be Gate. You can kind of tell by the thumbnail that Gate's got to be the one. Now with Gate, which basically summons a demon, the demon is not on my side. So I need to make sure I've got protection from evil. If you have protection from evil, the demon will not target you. If you don't, yeah, it's going to be trouble. And I've got a feeling they are very, very good at combat. Sanctuary spell here, coming in absolute clutch. What a glorious... It's almost like an eagle vision you can just send in. And I thought, actually, rather than just run in, I can get my guys just chomping down on that guy down there, seeing as he's on his own, on his lonesome. It feels a bit bad that they're just like hanging around. All these corpses of their friends nearby. Something's gone down here, and I don't have the inclination or the intelligence to work out what that is. But I know we're looking for the Heartstone gem. Because now I know it's not in Hrothgar's house, as I thought it was before. Okay, this looks it looks a very familiar environment. I love when they build into like the rocks. Man, peak house. Oh dear. And that looks like, I think it's just a stun. It has a very similar... Oh, well, it's done already, so it was just a stun. I think that's a stun from Colour Spray. I decided, let's give it a go. Gate, I kind of am a bit worried. Here he is then. I really would love it if they had... most of the demons have got unique names. This is maybe more Baldur's Gate 2, where you fight quite a few pit fiends. And I'd love it if you summoned different ones. Maybe they had different abilities, or even you resummoned them, like one of them you had in a really bad combat, and you resummon him and he's actually quite injured. Or her, not judging. Look, the damage doesn't seem that much more. But it does seem a lot more frequent. I mean, when he is hitting, it's happening a lot. It's got very, very decent attack speed versus the bears. But it doesn't seem to be doing as much damage, but it's just happening a lot more often. I would not like to be that acolyte right now. I do like the fact that there's that guy just behind me like, come on, Gary, you got this. Oh dear. Even Larry didn't survive. Whoa! I completely forgot that chap was there. Yeah, this is why my intelligence is not enough to dual class into a wizard. I wonder if it's possible to be like a really low intelligence wizard. I think you need a minimum amount. I say wizard, sorry. You know, just like sorcerer or anything, whatever it might be. Anyone who can class a mage. Oh, bloody hell, you were going to kill me over that. I can see there's some lootables. It looks like a bookcase, which doesn't get me that excited because of my low reading age. It looks like we've aggravated someone. The bears look like they've been stimulated. 59 damage there. What is that? Static electricity. That is insane. I should work out what that spell is. A weird choice of entangle as well. I think my polar bears are immune to entangle. Maybe they've just got very strong legs. Muscular legs. Oh, shit! That is going to hurt. That is incredible. What a great thing. Definitely, if I ever play... I've got good plans on playing Fallout very soon. I say very soon, guys. Manage expectations. Within the next 5 years, given how long some of these videos take to make, I have plans to play it. But I do remember a lot of like critical, you can get like a critical mod. That might only be even the newer ones, but I'm pretty certain it's in some of the older Fallout games. And whatever you do, like critical things happen to you more often and you do them more often. I'm really not very intelligent today. I know some of you will know. That's a general state of mind I have, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty slow today. Let the bears do the work, that's what I say. However much I'd like to just rely upon casting Gate and getting the demon just to plow through the halls, just chomping people's heads off, it doesn't really do what you want it to do. So unless I'm going to risk not having protection from evil and try and like lure it into packs of creatures, which is just too risky, then I kind of need to wait for a bit of a packed room. The most important observation from the Gate spell is because it's technically like a neutral or like third-party evil creature enemy, I don't get experience when it kills anything. Now, later on I found that I'm going to hit the level cap very, very quickly because of the ludicrous amount of experience I'm getting in this mode. But at the time, I was concerned. So, that's why. I think when we get to later parts, I'll probably cast Gate a few times and just lure creatures. Lure creatures in, cast Sanctuary, Protection from Evil, and then sit back and watch the explosions. Not a great position here. They've got a really good, intimidating position, protecting the library. Some epic tactics coming through. Despite their size, they managed to almost be more mobile than my bears. The problem with the bears is they're so slow. And I swear the models are far bigger than the circles indicate. Just checking the experience there. It's going up pretty quickly. Fortunately, there's a lot of books here. It wasn't clear if I said unfortunately or fortunately there. Unfortunate for you, I'm not going to read them. Fortunately, they are actually very interesting. They lack the humour of the items, which is why I much prefer them in this game. The like weapon descriptions and the cool stories you get. I say humour. It does take itself quite seriously, Icewind Dale. Now we're on the next level already. This little mini temple area. I'm not loving the fact that guy's patrolling. This is like a total mess here. It looks actually pretty empty up here. This looks like a pretty decent spot. So what I'll do is, should I cast them close? No, I'll cast them far away. And they could just start chomping straight away. I'll be ready for round 2. It looked like only one was cast there, but I can guarantee there's 2 of them. It's just out of vision, so it's almost as good. And I saw some casting failures there, which is exactly what we want to see. I'm chucking out here some extra skellies. I actually only got 1. It's really just to soak up some of the damage from the Verbeegs, because if they do get a chance... I mean, I can tell that bear at the top is being attacked by more than one, because he's getting absolutely poked. There's one being rammed right up his arse right now. But the one Verbeeg that we've got 3v1 there, in terms of the hit point pool, he's getting absolutely destroyed. Let's chuck out some more buffs to the crew. Reposition. He actually walked backwards there, which is pretty cool. A little bit of moonwalk into battle. I suppose once you've been poked right up the arse with a spear, what's the second time going to do? That Acolyte is in real trouble. The explosion. Incredible. The battles in Icewind Dale are very good. The problem with this game mode is they always last just way too long. So it doesn't feel very dynamic. It feels like everyone's extremely weak. So it's not really doing that much damage. Thankfully, it's a lot quicker with the bears than it was with the old Skelly lads. And I love the Calcium Conference when they're called to arms. But I much prefer having a group of Coca-Cola bears with me. It's just a normal Wakizashi here. Classic kind of priest bedroom there. Just the old potion and a ninja sword. I'm actually going to go back. Let's just take out some of the guys from the entrance. It's nice to have a broad room to be able to run away into. Bless. Honestly, apologies in advance. I am just addicted to casting Bless. It to me is, just catch out the ribs. Oh, nice helmet. Okay. Such a shame we can't ID it. Love me a unique helmet. They're always very good. Very, very rarely do helmets let you down in these games. I think with helmets, I'm going to spend time talking about helmets, guys. This is what you want. The expectations for helmets are always low, and they always deliver with some really good stuff, especially for a solo. Things like immunity to charm and confusion and all those things that can really just annoy when you've got one character to have to look after. These are very odd rooms. They almost look like treasure rooms. But it could just be some kind of like ascetic bedroom. Okay, just get I'm not a great fan of the fact that the most injured bear is going first. Some royal cowards at the back. Get in there. It's also getting attacked by 4 of them at the same time. So I think rip bear. Do you actually always feel a bit sad when the bears die? It always looks quite sad. I'm getting a bit concerned. I'll stay out the entangle because it can get me. Skelly boys look like the only people who are going to get any issue from entangle at all. Because the Verbeeg are as unaffected as my... I bet I'm saying that wrong, by the way. But I'm not going to look it up. The Verbeeg are just as unaffected. It's affected the Acolyte. I mean, what an incredible spell use that is. So Bless to me is like, use Bless because you don't really know what you're doing. For some reason, I always felt in my heart that Bless improves saving throws, but it doesn't. I think it just improves like to hit and damage rolls. Not by a huge amount, but sometimes enough to turn the tide. But actually the prayer, or the 2 different prayers, like chant and prayer, I think they are actually generally much better for what we're trying to achieve here. Because they buff and debuff the enemy at the same time, and they stack. And they last, I think they last a little bit longer can see I've got them both active now. There's two little triangles on my portrait. Who is this guy? He looks like he's on a vegan diet. It's not actually much here. Nice little room. I'm sure there's a great story around that particular guy. Oh, look at this. This looks insane. Where are the rails on this? Health and safety. All right, we're ready. Cost Sanctuary. I think we just run in there just to see. Oh. Oh, actually, this does feel familiar. I knew this was a kind of shorter dungeon, but it's done. We did it. We did it. This is where someone walks in and be like, "What have you done?" What? I didn't do anything, Dad. It wasn't me. Perhaps we should return to Arundel. Solid gold pedestal. I mean, what a cool little base that is. I thought that was the Heartstone gem, dude, to be honest. What is that in your house? Is it like a waterbed? What is he using it for? I suppose they don't have TVs, so... Big glowing orb. Oh, charm protection. Nice. So sad we have to get rid of the black helm, though. Looks so cool. Medium shield. Oh, that is better than a large shield. 2 reasons. Basically the same bonus, but check this out. Weight 5, weight 15. Big. When you're so... I mean, look, I've got a big boy bag, so it doesn't really matter. Ooh, Peasant's Reward. The best thing about this story, I mean, this is quite a cool little story about this magic halberd. Best thing is the fact that when he turned 60, he gave it to his nephew. Somehow, it's ended up there. I'm pretty guaranteed the nephew wasn't there. So I love the fact that it always gets passed on to someone. So I'm just losing it or selling it or whatever. That's what you need to realize, guys. Whatever you collect that you think's good or cool, got some value, you can guarantee that whoever's going to get it is not going to feel the same. Now, I'm tempted by a few things here. I've got the cash now. Do I really need it? No, I actually can't use that helm with the Trusted Defender. I think that's dwarf only. Oh, my mistake. We actually didn't have the bag of holding yet, but we do now. We've got a big boy bag.
After a day's journey through the mountains surrounding Caldor.
One of the things that always surprised me about this game was how much time you spend traveling. I think to some of the areas, like the Severed Hand, the travel time's like 80 hours. I'm gonna bust out this quick. Nice clutch sanctuary there. Now, hopefully I can get past this. This could be quite a difficult little area. Nice. Little skip over that. Again, no safety railings. Extremely dangerous. That's why you know the bad guys are here. Now, can I probably get some summons out before he sees me? He knows immediately there's someone there. We dodged one. That's all we need. We might take a hit now. But to be honest, this... Oh, they've got really horrible eyes, haven't they? Red, beady eyes. Now, this is part of the reason why I bought the flaming pots, by the way. The flaming oil. Well, didn't need it for him. Quick rest, hence it's getting dark. Really not safe being on this, by the way, in the dark. And again, the size of the polar bears here really letting us down. It's like single file battles. Have you ever seen that fighting? I was quite into martial arts, like you know from if you watched any of my other videos how much I'm into like old martial art movies. But I used to do Kyokushin, which is like full contact karate, and I remember seeing, was it like I think it's called Thermopylae, and it's like fighters in a row, and they basically take it in turns, and then when one gets beaten, the same one stays on that one, and then a new guy comes in until like the whole team is defeated. And there is a great video of a guy who single-handedly beats an entire team. It is so good, so good. A lot of people I get aren't into combat sports, but yeah, I think I kind of grew up doing it, so to me it's a great watch. Talking of non-combat sports, what is going on here? What are they all doing? I'm really just looking for a little spot where I can put some... excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. Gosh, very English moment there. Just ignore their conversation. Nice that they're having one. There's nowhere for me to be able to not see a creature. I love the fact having a bit of a chat. I should probably try and look up what they're... Nah, let's imagine it. It's probably very racist. Okay, maybe... Okay, we've got a little spot. This is it. This is the breakthrough. It's risky because we might end up in a bit of a thermopylae here, where we just have to fight that whole trail. Oh, you absolute idiot. So that's me getting a little bit too overexcited and accidentally clicking, which I managed to do again as I was in Sanctuary. And I thought, let's just do it at the front door, guys. Come on. The battle should start at the very front. Now, I'm already getting pelted with something. I'm not quite sure. I think it's the length of their pole arms. Okay, maybe because the bear was a bit closer, we should be okay here. Part of me's tempted to just put an old gate down in the back. But we'll put... What? Oh, what are you... I actually have no idea what happened there. If someone can work it out, please actually do let me know in the comments. Because I've got no idea. Was I like... what is it? Insect swarm? Something like that on me? I didn't see anyone with a ranged... Can you imagine these pole arms are that long? I actually can't get through this little bit here. But I'm not a great fan of those beetles. Because I've got a pretty... I seem to remember they can stun. Okay, this is not ideal. Loving that snake there, though. Actually, looks like these guys are neutral until I have a conversation, presumably with the king. So maybe we can get ahead of ourselves here. Let's get ahead of them, I mean. Maybe I'll be getting ahead of myself in a moment, but let's get some bear boys up. I think we can hold that top pass with one bear. And the others can just, yeah, let's move them back a little bit. This feels like a pretty good spot. And they are actually very, very decent. That top bit is going to be a bit dangerous, though. There is a very, very big room of guys here. Try and keep that guy alive. I can't. Oh, I think the king was on him. Okay, the king is an absolute monster. Literally. Again, we got him down. But I don't think this one guy can take on 4. What are we going to do? I don't know. I think it's probably a foregone conclusion at this point. Maybe I could just leg it out. Did the old ropey dope. Here we go. Where am I going? Going to hell. Straight to hell. Annoyingly, this is pretty much one of the only little spots I found. And what is that guy doing there all of a sudden? So we're going to have to find somewhere else, lads. I think further down here, it is very busy everywhere. It's almost like they knew people like me would be doing things like this. Okay, here we go. We can use the children as a distraction, as a meat shield. Don't attack the child. Okay. Are we doing this? I don't think they can get through this little... I also don't think my bears can get through, but I don't think the lizard men can get through. Nice. Very high electricity damage. Well, I suppose it's better for the bear to take it than me. What are we going to do here? Okay, he's attacking someone. He's also getting hit quite a lot. Speed up. Look, I think they can probably take anywhere between 2. I think these red ones, the tough ones, is probably only 2 that they can take on. But with the bears in the back rank, oh, they did not last as long as I'd hoped. Quite sure what I'm going to do. I think we're just going to have to sit here. We got plenty of missiles. I've probably got 1,000 in my bag, in my ammo pouch. We could use undead as a distraction. Otherwise, let's just sit here and just whittle them down. It felt a bit cheesy until I came back after having lunch and I'd been killed. Maybe by the children. So we're going to hope. Maybe I should just try talking to them. I'm a bit scared. Strength of 1. They cast a lot. Okay, that shouldn't be an issue. Really not sure what to do here. Maybe it was one of the Elizabethan shamans that cast something. This is me just popping my head out to see how bad the problem is. The thing about the skeletons is they do take quite a decent amount of punishment, because there's a lot of resistance they have to their weapons. Maybe if I put the bears in the back row, they can just take on one at a time. This actually could work. I'm going to desperately need some more skeletons before they run out, because I've underestimated how quickly they're going to die. Come on, bears. Help me out here. This is probably the best I've done in about half an hour. Come on, please. Just chuck a bless out there, because I'm panicking. Bless is normally it's an intelligence check. Okay, there's a lot of nonsense going up there. I don't know how many lizard men we've managed to pull from the top. Maybe just chuck some guys in the middle and see what happens. I'm really not sure what's going on. Are you winning? Are you winning, son? Dad? I'm just not sure. We are actually doing... This is the best I've done by a long way. No children have died yet, which wasn't always guaranteed with some of the strategies. The bears in the back row has worked really well. I'm using Righteous Magic. I did kind of want to use Righteous, whatever that one was called, but I think it fatigues you once you use it. And I think it fatigues everyone, which wouldn't be ideal. Okay, it's still actually quite busy out here. But we've got a few very injured ones. Nice, I think we're doing it. Oh, wow. Okay, that's some damage. Come on, let's see what we can do. God, my attack speed is so slow. I also realised that because I don't have party AI on, I'm not auto-attacking anything, so I sit there like an absolute lemon for quite a large amount of this. Decent experience though, guys, I've got to say. And we've actually cleared out a bit of this dungeon, which I thought might be impossible. Now, already there you can see how annoying I am when I'm playing this game. I do know there's a little thing you can click on the left to pick up everything in the area, but it takes me a little bit of time to warm up and start using it. 4 bears later, I'm not going to show you every single epic lizard man. There's a pretty cool fight here on the bridge, though, just a bit further up, where I summoned some bears on the top side and then the bottom side. Buffed them up, and I thought, this is looking cool. Looks like we're winning at the top. Looks like it's going to be close down the bottom. But actually, the bear up the top, and he suddenly, oh no. And these are all of basically the best fighters we've got. Once they're dead. And I mean, that one bear at the top, he's got no chance. I do think we can hold this bottom. That's what she said. Yeah, the top guy didn't last nearly as long as I'd hoped. Just chuck in a few distraction lads. The skeleton's actually coming up slightly clutch, I've got to be honest. Now we've got one decent attacker here in the bear, and we've got a huge amount of meat shield. And when in doubt, just chuck a bless out there. And the Battle of the Bridge is almost over. I really wish they had some animation on the waterfall here, though. Solid battle, this as well. And when you've only got Skelly Boys left, you know it's been pretty epic. It's nice that I'm still kind of hitting a ceiling. Like, it's not like this is easy by any means. I know I'm making it look extremely easy, but you don't get better at something till you practice and fail multiple times. Got some pretty decent, or should I say, interesting things here. Cloud of Pestilence might be good. We're just fighting such big packs here. Could actually be quite a decent damage dealer. Whole person, I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. And of course, whacked in a few flame strikes. If we do fight some trolls, I don't have to spend all my flaming pots. Polar bear attacks lizard man. Just calm down for a moment. We can get a decent surround. Just controlling polar bears. We've all been there. There's nothing worse than having to babysit 4 polar bears. This seems to be working pretty well. This little like choke here. Unfortunately, you can see I am taking quite a decent amount of damage. There's no way I can sustain a very long fight with these guys. I don't feel we're that far through the game at this point. Okay, this is a bit risky as well, getting surrounded, but I'll speed up a lot of this footage. You don't need to see me fighting 800 lizardmen. But know that I did. That I came out a better man, but a lot of polar bears had to lose their lives. We're actually already back at the beginning of the dungeon here, which is nice to see. And the best thing about that is there's a little treasure room, I remember, just above it. It's a very weird placement, almost the worst place to put a treasure room. But that's what they did. Okay, that mace could be interesting. Although it's unlikely. Oh, I can identify it. Morning Star of Confusion. I mean, that's got to be better than that. It looks so similar. 10% chance for confusion. That feels worth it. Now, a bit further down, south, there's a lot of beetles. Now, I do love a good beetle. However, I don't like bombard or bombardier beetles. They have a little aura. Oh, no. Have we got sword spiders here? Yeah, that's what's making the racket. Sword spiders are the worst spiders. And by that, I mean, if you get a chance to summon them, they're incredible. I think there's a mage spell, Summon Spiders in Baldur's Gate 2, and it is so good. You get between 2 and 4 spiders, I think. You get 4 sword spiders, cast haste on them. That's it, just clear the map. They're so incredibly powerful. Because their attack speed is so fast. This doesn't feel like a very safe spot. I think actually, you can see my brain's warmed up by this point. I'm getting rid of with Bless. But let's do some improved saving throws first. Oh, like a big blood spatter there. The issue, as you can see, that I'm having is a lot of my bears are motionless because they've been stunned. And when you're stunned, as we know from very early videos, you take a lot of damage. You basically hit every single time. So they're glorified decoys at this point. We were able to... Well, I felt at that point, we've done it, but there's a huge back catalogue of beasts we're going to have to try and face here. But ideally what I want is just to get this particular bombardier beetle out of the way. Nice, solid. Oh, it looks like we might be in a perfect little choke here. So we can just have one on either side. Let's get some skellies. I'm a bit worried these guys are going to get poisoned or stunned. There is that bombardier. Why can't I keep wanting to say bombard beetle? There is a bombardier beetle at the door, at the back, just behind that sword spider. So I want to be a little bit cautious. It looks like he's pissed off. Yeah, he heard me talking about it. That was enough. Actually, them swapping over might be perfect. I'm guessing that these guys are going to be immune, the Skelly boys. Unfortunately, we got pretty much down to the last summons I had. You can see I've barely got any spells left. I don't really want to rely upon Gate constantly. It might get to that point, lads, don't worry. The Skeleton Archer can do no damage, unfortunately. It looks like he just needs +1 weapons. Hold Person, I mean, I'm desperately hoping that Hold Person's going to work against the spider. I think we know the answer. But what else am I going to do? There's nothing else. I've got nothing else. I do have one more Summon Skeleton. And I'm just going to keep throwing rocks. I am going to get in here. I'm going to risk a Righteous Magic. I'm in melee range. I've got to hope that whoever he's attacking lasts. This Righteous Magic gives me the... What? 40 damage. Wow. 20 damage. And one of you guys mentioned Righteous Magic as being very decent in a previous video. Yes, I agree. 40 damage. Wow. So pretty much one cast and I've done over 100 damage. That is phenomenal. Okay, good to know. Now, I am basically made of paper in this particular run through, but it's good to know that as long as I don't have the aggro, I could dish it out. Be nice if we could get that Thaco down just with a few more level ups. Just down another, like, maybe with all of the levels left, just down by another 4. It could be pretty formidable. More spiders having to fight here. You can see I'm being an absolute coward. But I am worried at this point. I've basically got 2 sword spiders, and all I've got are these little lads. I've got to level up, and I'm actually going to spend it. I was hoping it was going to give me some more Thaco. Now, I mean, look, I don't know what I need at this point. Maybe I'm going to go for club, because I think there are some good clubs. I have a feeling there's an incredible club in this. The great news is we do have another... Oh, we could actually risk Aerial Servant. I don't really remember what Aerial Servant's like. I think it's pretty much a wind elemental. Suddenly, of course, my brain connects. One synapse probably drops due to gravity and accidentally touches another, and I realise I've got a whole back catalogue of, you know, talents that I can use here. Although I think one of you guys was saying that you basically play through most of the first part of the game, if not almost all the game, without realising that you could cast spells. So, slow clap. That is a challenging playthrough indeed. But clearly not impossible, so who knows. Poor guys, I did a lot of damage to my own dudes there, but... And this is poetic, this little body here. There's a reason why I spoke to someone in the very first town, East Haven. You can see here, Erevain's journal. And he does only the most honourable thing in a kind of semi-reluctant way. The elves aren't meant to interfere in the world of men, but he decides to anyway, just to help. And unfortunately, and what's interesting there is it does mention the fact that he's got current cousin Zan, but unfortunately he ended up in the wrong place. But it's cool that he was kind of prepared with fire arrows and acid arrows for the trolls. And his sword as well, I don't quite remember. And annoyingly, out of nowhere, this guy, this could be a pain if he decides to follow me around. He is slow. Unfortunately, this particular type of spider can cast Dimensional Door. I was able to run quite far away, quite quickly. And I'm still kind of waiting for him to turn up and fight me. But in the meantime, we've got a vendetta against our Lizard King Overlord who beat us earlier on. So let's clear out some more of his minions. Kind of still waiting for this spider. It's like that bargain, almost like a genie's wish of would you like to be chased by a snail, and if it touches you, you die. But you get like 100 million, some ludicrous amount of money. Well, definitely, because you just hire loads of people, couldn't you, to watch the snail and tell you where it is. It'd be like, yeah, it's in New York. Okay, let's go to Egypt. Because I've got loads of money, so I can do what I want. Aerial Servant looked pretty good. Oh, and I actually take him around just to see. Let's see how well he does against this spider dude. The phase spider. Okay. Looks like he's winning. Oh dear. So they are, by the looks of it, immune to normal weapons, which could be incredibly overpowered. And it actually looks like they've got a lot of hit points as well. I think in the lore, they are something like 8 foot tall. And maybe originally you used to have to cast protection from evil because they would turn on the summoner. Can't quite remember. But there's... No, I was actually going to do a voice then that might not be appropriate. And Disney would have to put a warning before the movie. These are people starving. Maybe a bit more like that would be a bit better. Now let's see how well our aerial servants can do. A lot of it's going to depend on how well they do against the Lizard King, by the way. I'm trying to think what to... Gonna bust out a bless. Not sure what else to do. Okay, but what? Ooh, Lizard King takes a lot of damage there. Weapon ineffective as well. We got this. He's gone. He just exploded. He was probably the biggest danger we had. Now look, there are some summoners in there. Oh my goodness me, this is horrible to watch. Why did I not do this from the beginning? It's incredible. Well, GG, guys. That is insane. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Yep. I'm enjoying myself once again. I think Bears, it felt like the Bears had maybe slightly run their course. They were getting, not outplayed, but just against the sheer volume. They were getting beaten up quite badly, and I was starting to feel bad for their community. Now, this snake really reminds me of Treasures and Trapdoors, a game I used to have, which had their little piece in the center of the board that looked just like this. I'm sure everyone else agrees with me. It's probably the most niche game, but it was a really good board game, by the way. Very, very good. Strong. I've since tried to buy it on eBay. It's ludicrously expensive. As is everything on eBay these days, because everything's got value. The one thing I really want, by the way, is the Diablo 2 action figures. I search quite often for that. Like the Necromancer one. There's a Rogue one, which I would absolutely love. And the Diablo one's very cool as well. But can't wait to get back to Kaldahar. Ugh. As soon as you rescue them, you're like, ugh. Why don't you bother? Thank you. Oh, there you go. Oh, nice, nice. Farewell. Little girl, you've gone the wrong way there. She's not going to make it through the snowy ice passes all the way home. Never mind. Can they follow me? Who cares? If they can't follow me, they got nothing on me. Sanctuary can save the day. So down to the next level. Dragon's Eye to me feels a lot like a DLC. It'll be a very decent DLC. It's so big and it's got a lot of coolness. Trolls.
Trolls. I hate trolls.
I'm with you, Willow. Not a fan. Now these guys definitely are going to need to get burnt in order to finish them off. And that is more trolls than I've ever seen in this game before, or any other game. Oh my goodness, there's so many. Oh, excuse me? Just chucking a spider there just to wind me up. I'm a bit worried that spider's actually following me around. I think we've got this little temple area down to the south. I remember someone's being captured. Yeah, here we go. A few priests here. Let's bust out some aerial servants. Well, already I'm pleased with what I see. Weapon ineffective. I think let's keep chucking them out. We need at least a trio. I'm not going to subject you to too much of the combat here, but I will subject you to the glory that is being able to throw. Oh, that's actually not got a very decent radius, I've got to say. I'm actually not sure if I've got enough flaming oil. I need to be hitting a lot more. I think we just need to make sure they're bunched up a little better. Fortunately, you have to target a creature. You can't just target the ground. I'm going to have to waste the last one here, I think. Oh, actually, let's use Slay Living. See if it works. This could be brutal. Oh, death. Excellent. Okay. We've got a few different spells then we can use. And a level up. Do you know what? I actually felt like I got some experience in because I learned something new. We're up to level 16 already. Another level 7 spell. The old double gates coming out, I think. I wonder if the demons will fight each other. What? Uh-oh. Okay, we got a little bit of a patroller here. Oh dear. Okay. This doesn't feel good. Let's maybe lure them round. Maybe we can... this really isn't good. There's at least 4 there as well, by the looks of it. Let's come back around here. I think we should be alright. Oh, spider now's there. Okay, that's a restart. We need to be very quick here, though. Okay, was that in time? I'm not sure. They want my blood. I'm gonna have to get into melee and hope for the best. And this is one troll, absolutely carving me to pieces. I had to actually cast Sanctuary to get out of that. Luckily, aggro's been taken on by some creatures that can't be hit. They can't be injured at all. That was very scary. I didn't expect that to happen. To be honest, that's probably one of the ways we're going to end up maybe getting into an unwinnable situation. Already kind of out of flame strike. But thankfully these spiders have got nothing on me either. I don't really want to get poisoned just because it's annoying. It doesn't seem to really do much damage to the poison. But it makes an absolute racket. So I've ended up just going up into the room slightly above in this little map. And unfortunately, I'm still getting chased. Thank goodness me. So he was aggro to me, or maybe he was aggro to the other aerial servant, not quite sure there, but he looked like he was gunning for me for a moment there, but thankfully he changed his mind. And that is a weird little flame strike. For whatever reason, the flame strike failed or missed. Didn't realise that was possible. I think there, you notice, I didn't actually realise this. I've since read about this. I just wanted to see how tall they were in real life, because they're 8 foot tall, and what they eat and all that kind of stuff. You can get a lot of that lore from some of the D&D books. This is the aerial servants. But I was like, why are they not being aggroed by different things? It's because they're invisible until they attack. So there you go. I didn't know that. Probably like the first thing on their description of the spell, but yeah. I think you're used to me by this point, guys. So another one. Can you believe it? Look at that for a level up as well. That feels to me like a lot of admin, I'll be honest. Now, we could get 4 aerial servants. There's a few other spells I wouldn't mind trying out, but I'm not sure if anything's going to match. Oh dear. Okay, so we're absolutely boned here, guys. That's all 3 aerial servants defeated by a pack of beetles. Massively overpowered beetles here. I think we know what we're going to do here. I'm getting so much experience. Let's get the old pit fiend out. Let's have some beetles for breakfast. Weapon ineffective? Oh, are you serious? He's been defeated as well. What am I going to do? Maybe we'll do the old classic bears in the back. Oh, you see, that is annoying. That little aura they have. Little, like, occasional proc. And he's already got one of the bears. Oh, my goodness me. There are a lot here. He's going to have to save versus spell so many times. And it also looks like the bear that I was hoping was going to be in the back is being attacked by 5 beetles. So this isn't, or 4 at least. This is not working out at all. I'm hoping at some point this pit fiend's going to come out of this. It actually means that a pit fiend in a nest of beetles would lose. And do you know what? He's finally snapped out of it, and he hates that aerial servant more than anything. This is typical. Let's speed it up a bit. Interesting to see that the pit fiend gets buffed by a spell that would otherwise like buff and debuff. And yeah, the old pit fiend there just carving his way through all my creatures. And actually, once again, the undead are so clutch. Because they're immune to just so many other things. We can get them to tank. And the aerial servant to do what he does, which is rip the heads off creatures. And that's the end of the gauntlet. All for this. A green shirt. Oh, okay, yeah, actually decent. I mean, look, can't use these. But that's not a bad reward for what was quite a gauntlet. And this little area here, for some reason this really reminds me of Firecrag, is it? His lair. That's in Baldur's Gate too. And I believe he's the first dragon you come across. I'm not going to look that up because my knowledge is just so watertight. And also, I don't want to look it up because I do want to play Baldur's Gate 2 at some point, and I kind of want to not remember everything because I've meted that game quite a few times. Just crunching through. Oh, that's really annoying. What just popped up at the very end. But yeah, the trolls have got nothing on me now. I've got too much of an arsenal. Looks like that's the whole area cleared through. Oh, of course, we haven't done the temple at the end. I even found these little kids here as well. Hungry, I'm thirsty. You know what, kids are just like that all the time. If a kid ever says they're hungry or thirsty, you just say, nice to meet you hungry, nice to meet you thirsty. There's nothing that annoys them more. My papa's calling. He actually at one point says, are you my papa? This kid needs glasses, dude. He's going to fall behind at school. Bonk. Do you know, I kind of always hope that's going to be a critical hit. Because that's just such a cool way to start a fight. I think we've seen one critical miss, haven't we? Just imagine like skiddy on the croft floor. Just some stone hitting the light fixture. What was that? Trouble. Oh, no. Dude. I missed. Part of the issue there may have been that the aerial servants were invisible. Until they weren't. So that may have been my fault for being a bit stupid. And I can see someone's intelligently cast a whole person on me. And I think that's probably GG. Although, actually, we might be okay. No, let's restart. It wasn't okay. Big brain time. We're going to do the opposite of Australian drain cleaning. We're going to block up the drain here. I don't want any trolls getting through. And I also don't really want those casters in the back getting too close to me. I'm really kind of try-harding here. Staying pretty far. Oh, nice. There's a pack of cards there. It doesn't take much to distract me from the battle. Now, the annoying thing we've got is a lot of trolls in the front line, which are just kind of clogging up the way. I don't really want to be chucking out all of my spells too early on. We may have to, just to clear some room. Now, once again, you're like, why don't you just do it then? I've been held against my will. You can see that little red symbol, that whole person spell decal. I've got to wait for that to wear off. As soon as it wears off, I swear I'm chucking as many spells out as possible. We just got to clear all those trolls out of the way. There we go. We got it. And actually, throwing a few of my own whole persons out came in pretty clutch. Thank you. 72,000. Wow. Okay. So she was actually, I think maybe, yeah, we were told about her. So this is linking to a quest we did get. I vaguely remember. But what's the nicest? She's going to let me, she's going to watch me while I sleep. Is that nice? From this far. Nope. Yeah, I am actually going to just nope out of there. And do the old classic. Now nobody can see me. Wow, okay. That is an actual army. Oh, I think I remember these skeletons casting some cold spell as well. We've got a little break here, by the way. I don't know why this guy suddenly spotted me. Okay, this isn't looking quite so good. Let's sanctuary up again. Lose aggro. Get the aerial servants out. Nice little level up here as well. Up to level 20. Sorry, I can't be bothered to go back and edit the fact this is level 20 at the top. I just get so many levels up in this place, as you'll see. There's no point trying to keep track. It's going to go up significantly. There are armies there, and each of those creatures can give me up to like... What did he... Yeah, he killed himself. None taken. Whoa! That's a lot. Debuffs. So you can see for each of these, I'm getting 7,000 experience. 7,600 experience. So we're talking, I mean, there are 15 of them, like 115, 114,000 experience, something like that. It's a lot of experience. And that's one pack. I think there are maybe 3 armies in here I was able to rip through. Very, very satisfying when you suddenly realize how overpowered you are. Yeah, level 20 already. And we're not too far off the next level. Nice, and it's always satisfying when you can sleep. Oh, I considered here dual classing. I mean, I'm not going to. I don't think. Unfortunately, mage isn't there. I'm just not intelligent enough, both in real life and in the game. Fighter I could do. And I know I have to start, if I dual class, I have to start back at level 1, which is going to be impossible in this area, right? Being a fighter, like a level 1 fighter, even though I've got a decent hit point pool and some decent equipment. What I could do, however, this was my big brain, is cast as many of those aerial servants as possible. And then you could just clear this entire thing with 4 of them, because they last so long. And there's probably enough there to get to level 15 or so. I'm not even kidding. There's another little encounter on the bridge. I'm going to just go a little bit further along. I'm just going to walk a little bit further along and just get hit by some traps. Okay, here we go. Prezio. And it looks like there's another little hero with him as well. Don't remember what that hero's got. Oh, people hate it when I say hero, by the way. Enemy champion. Okay, just take down the chin. That is so much damage. Was that like 36 base damage and then presumably another like 18 on top? Quick maths. Oh, and another one. An imbued white. Oh, I think we've got a lot of these to look forward to. What are we going to do? Bless? I'm not sure. Maybe let's get some prayers out, because I'm a bit worried about maybe we can save ourselves some of these spells coming out. I'm also quite worried about them like wrapping around here. Okay, we're definitely doing the Lord's work on some of these zombies. I think they're like poison zombies. I think they might sound slightly better than normal zombies, but they're not. Am I being a bit too optimistic that a whole person's going to work on an undead? I don't like the fact that I'm not in the best health. And I haven't even seen Prezio. Got to level up as well. It's ridiculous. Level 21. Oh, I'll just take the extra hit point. You never know. Might be the difference. Alright, let's keep the blessings going up. I think I may have double blessed here, as in double prayed and chant here. So I'm not really gaining much. Okay, this is not ideal. Looks like she wants to jump in melee range, which is good. I'm sure she's got quite a intimidating back catalogue of spells to use on me. I just don't want her busting out a cloud kill or a fireball or something. What do we use? Silence? Is that big brain? Is that going to work? She can save versus spell? I think she did. There's no way I can read whether she saved versus spell or not, but she's not casting anything, so we'll count it as a win. Now, well, okay, so this isn't actually Prezio, this is her apprentice. Did that work? Oh, yes. So a little bit of doom, just to reduce the saving throws. Well, I know one of the chants we've got also debuffs the enemy's saving throws. And that will be the end of the apprentice. Oh, nice. 15 missile damage. I mean, it really is pathetic in comparison to the 40 crushing damage from the aerial servants. Now, like an absolute mad lad, I thought it would be more fun just to charge in. So that's what I did. Especially the fact my hit points are low. These are the kind of clutch moments that create fun moments, right? Okay, that didn't look good. Hasted? Okay, that is really not good. I think the good thing is, we're weapon ineffective. Takes 58 damage. Okay, this is not good. I need to run away. I'm not going to finish casting that in case this is really bad. Okay, is it Cloud Kill? What a prediction. It might not be, but it looks like it. I think Cloud Kill might be really bad against aerial servants as well. We're going to stay in there. It doesn't seem too bad at this point. It's only 3 or 4 damage. Actually, the warrior there is taking more damage from this than anyone. Oh, absolutely obliterated. Oh, nice. That plate mail +1 as well. Let's turn that off. I'll get too overexcited and distracted. That little like aura she's got, I think, is protection from normal missiles, right? So my sling's not going to do much. Very thin on the sling ammo, magic sling ammo in this game so far. Sure, you're all thinking the same thing, but I want some +1 bullets. I'm sure in when I played Slingbad in Baldur's Gate, they were being sold in the shops. Do we need to worry? No, look at this. Let's keep going. I think might have to chat with this guy in a moment. Well, we're in Sanctuary, so he's not going to be triggered at this point until we bust out of it. Okay, Prezio is actually checking out some spells here. We've got the surround. Oh, absolutely pinned in. Oh, horrible. Oh, and the bits go in the river. Except there's just a few legs just on a rock. The rest of it gets washed downstream. Some poor kid to find. I was blessed because what else am I going to do? I think at this point I'm thinking maybe I should just calm myself down. Now I'm going to rest in that particular battle formation because I was so worried. But it all came up in the end. So annoyingly, and I really actually don't like that bit of this game, or any of these games, is you can't stack the kind of +1 enchantment for whatever reason with armor. I think they probably just realized it was going to make people too overpowered if you had like 2 rings of protection +1, a helmet with +1, a cloak with +2, armor with +1 or +2. It just stacks up to it, makes you too much of a god. Just in case, this little bedroom area, that has got to be really chilly. Just using my body here, just the tank. Yeah. Other little shards that like get thrown out everywhere. It's so cool. Let's see. Now, this was maybe not the best idea, but I have done the party a service and made everything much safer. Not entirely safe. I did get hit again. Spells. Oh, a haste spell there as well. That would be incredible to find that. If you didn't have it already. Easily the best spell in the game. You know, a lot of people like Mordekainen's Sword. Pretty good guess the name. That is a very good spell. But it's not summon spiders. Getting 4 sword spiders. But sword spiders is only really fun, as is everything, when you can haste them. And actually, I think in Baldur's Gate, things like summon undead scale with your level, so you can summon some absolute monsters. Oh, nice. There's an Ion Stone there. Ion Stone. Oh, no, it's great that we can ID these. It feels like because we're like a mace flail kind of user, that we are somehow able to identify what they do. The Ion Stone there. I think Ion Stones are ones that like float around your head. Okay, we've walked in here a little bit too confidently. Let's step back. I have a feeling there's a lot of traps in this little area. So you need to be a little bit careful. Not too careful, because I like catching traps in my gut, my back, my butt. Just like under where my butt and my thigh meet. Just really get my arrow right stuck up there. I watched Kingdom of Heaven recently, and there's that awesome bit. The whole movie should have been Liam Neeson and his group of mercs. But the bit where that guy gets shot in the neck with an arrow and then carries on just like fighting. It is so cool. Doesn't take a lot. But yeah, I've been discussing, and I still find it keeps me up at night, who would be better in Kingdom of Heaven. Because Orlando Bloom, look, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't good. Let's be honest, he wasn't good. He wasn't bad. I'm not saying he was bad. I'm not that guy. He wasn't good. You know it. I know it. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry to spoil it. But yeah, it's an incredible movie. It's got a great soundtrack. It's a brilliant story. It's quite cheesy, but it's great action. watch it, and then tell me who will be better. Because I need to let my friends know who will be better. And the best I got to was, I won't tell you. What I decided to do here randomly is turn undead. I don't know why. And then look. I even paused it in disbelief. What have I done? It's like I pulled the fire alarm. No, I know I'm quite high level at this point because I've just been getting so much experience. But I had no idea this was going to work. I mean, these like undead lieutenants. Well, I'm just rechecking the table. Level 22 I need to be to turn them. So all this, we got it. We're literally only just. But we do finally have the opportunity to use turn undead. Oh, it looks brutal. Just in the corner. I don't know why I was circling my intelligence there, but yes! Nothing better when your Thaco gets better. Nothing. Not really sure what to do. I've been getting a few levels and not really like checking. So I've actually got the ability now to cast an entire boy band's worth of aerial servants. And we're in the next level of Dragon's Eye. It's not a short area, I'll be honest. But we're getting there. We're getting ever closer. I can smell scales in the air. Now this unfortunately is a little bit of a red herring kind of area without ruining too much. I will ruin it quite soon because I've got no intention of doing it the proper way. Part of me here was kind of getting a little bit over Dragon's Eye, and I thought I'm also not really role-playing my character very well. He is aligned to evil, and I just think there's an underground monastery of very well-meaning monks here, and you know they've got some goods and wares. And I think almost a full boy band. A full boy band? I'm not quite sure what happened there. Turned into some manager of the boy band there, but yeah, I think we all know what needs to happen. Let's just throw this on the ground. The great pottery of loot. You know, this isn't the loot I want. Come on. I'm chucking it on the ground right in front of you. What are you going to do? Greetings, stranger. Certainly. I've got a feeling there's a quest here that links back to the book. I might be wrong, but the book that Auric needs. It does actually give me the chance to sell some of this stuff. Yeah, let's do it while we can. I mean, it's a few thousand gold. Be nice if I could do the old Morrowind classic. Sell it and then kill them and get my money back. Is that a classic? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the way I play. Okay. Oh, it's not usable by cleric. It's very cool. There's a cool story about Bill here. Bill's blasting ball, one of my favorite spells. And the Holy Chaos deck. He can't identify much for us, but this is pretty cool. The best thing about this is that it's despised by the churches of Tyr and Helm. All the kids will want one. That's all you need. Oh, that looks cool. So, probably not really worth it, to be honest. There you go. I'm trying to put it in the bag and put it in the flaming pots instead. So, let's kill him. Let's not even give him a chance. He was somehow able to open the door in death. Animal affinity. What does that mean? Oh, is that them turning? Let's have a look. So I'm pretty certain they're only going to come through this door, so we can just have a massive, hopefully a massive pitched battle in this little area. There's going to be a lot of spellcasters here, so I'm almost tempted to doom them from the start. Let's big brain silence as many as we can. I think everyone save versus spell once again. We really need to debuff before we cast stuff like that. So at least it's going to impact some. It's more like it. Weapon ineffective. Once again, I'm a bit worried that my servants have been killed by something then, but it's just because I couldn't see them. As you can see in front of your very eyes, these aren't the loving priests you thought they were. It's a really cool idea, actually, that they kind of have this lovely retreat area. I mean, I can't imagine there's going to be loads of great reviews for those that do escape. but it looks like a really nice little retreat in the mountains. The weird thing is, I'm not quite sure how you get to this retreat, because you'd have to fight your way through so much just to get here. But they are, in fact, not what they seem to be.
Get back, you damned stake thieves.
I literally adore when you come across other parties in these games. It is peak coolness. There's a whole other party that's being captured here on the little retreat. I'm going to try and get ahead of them. I don't really want any of them to die, because it'd be nice to see if I could kill them for their equipment. That's this game brings out every bit of humanity. You think you might be the hero paladin, but man, if that guy's got a flaming sword, I want it. Even just to sell.
See, it's Seth.
So Seth is the Wanti god of snakes. In case you wanted to march for Wanti rights, they are chaotic evil. And Seth is also chaotic evil. So they need to be put down, really. They need to stop building these luxury retreats. I think the problem is it's become a little bit trivial at this point. This is, while it's fun in its way, it's me kind of staying at job. I feel like I'm doing busy work in the background, and it's completely pointless. I'm getting another level up as well. Do I need any more? Now look, my regret in the club was the fact that I kind of fancied two-handed weapon style, and then I think that should stack with single weapon style. I might be wrong here, but I can get quarterstaff and then two-handed weapon style. So if I get both of those, actually using two-handed weapon could be pretty good. It doubles my chance of a crit, which is really, really big, because that might be the only way I'm going to be able to hit some of the creatures at the very, very end of the game. And with Righteous Magic, I mean, if I'm doing max damage every time, it's going to be big. Okay, she's not that pleased to see me. Let's crack our way through. She actually looked like she might have been innocent. Shara the healer. Maybe I should have spoken to her first, but she be dead now. And stuff like that. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I missed the quest. I mean, games like this, just enjoy it. Now, actually, do you know what? We need to talk about bards in this game. There's so many good bard items, or should I say there's so many unique bard items. I think that is actually almost the whole quest, that book there. I couldn't even read it. But yeah, I would love to maybe do... One of you guys was saying that you'd done pretty much every achievement in this game, which is very impressive. One of the ones that I hadn't done was, I think Heart of Fury, and also 58 damage. I think that might be the most we've dealt to anyone at this point. A bit scary. We've got some green boys in the back here. Where have they come from? Yeah, one of you guys was saying that one of the achievements for this game is annoyingly having to do the game on like story mode. I thought that might be quite good fun, just to make a bit of a meme party, or just making a solo bard might be quite good fun, because I can't imagine bards are particularly strong, but I might be wrong. Casting failure. I mean, this guy I was concerned about. You never know what kind of spells might dick our guys up quite badly. They are taking some damage, but they hit so consistently. And once you see that casting failure, you know that's probably one of his better spells just out of the way. Weapon ineffective. Oh, sad. And you know what? Almost on time of me speccing into my quarterstaff build. A quarterstaff drops. The other good thing about quarterstaffs, which made me regret getting club back all those levels ago, is actually it's got a decent range as well. One of the longer ranges of any weapons. So I might be able to stand behind my lads like a kind of bully's assistant and just bonk people on the top of the head. That's annoying. I couldn't see what that mace is. Could be a good one then. Stick it all in the bag. More cards, yes. Oh, I'm not going to be able to ID them, am I? And more pots. Oh man, I love this little carpet area as well. It's, to me, so evocative. It reminds me a lot of the house in Resident Evil. I should know what that is. Spencer Mansion, I'm going to call it. The other one is Streets of Rage. Maybe more Streets of Rage. The final, like, I want to call it hotel area. I think there are, like, hotel trolleys going past in the area. But I think it's meant to be the boss's headquarters. But there are a lot of, like, trolley dolly kind of things that go past and knock into you, I seem to remember, along that carpet. I do go back and check this room, you'll be pleased to know. There's not much for me, but there is a weird book about kidnappings and stuff like that, which I think is meant to give you a little bit of an insight that not everything is what you think. Yeah, the best thing about that first response, I mean, I do like the silence, but at this point you're like, yeah, that's great. Because you've been cracking your way through Dragon's Eye for so long at this point. We are in the final little zone here. It's all coming up. One thing I actually didn't realise is this whole little area is like a little snake. So they've really designed this in Seth's name. Where did you come from? I'm not really sure of the relevance of this girl, I'll be honest. I mean, I understand that it's it is a wicked deceiver. This is an epic trap, this. Look at that. Absolutely designed to ruin me. It's a real, like, perfect aerial servant party killer. And not only that, the door locks behind you. Incredible. What design. Annoyingly, the cloud doesn't reach all the way back here, because I would love it if it did, and then you'd really be panicking as a party. But I am able just to whack it open, smash the door open, and then get a breath of fresh air. Well, look, while that's going on, we may as well carry on. So hopefully we'll remember to go back to that bit. Oh, here she is again. She's within striking range, I'll be honest, if I was so inclined. I love this, by the way. Enough red-headed stepchild of Acheron. Incredible. The writing in this is good. It's good. I'm going to say it's good. And I am getting shot at. Shots fired. Let's do what anyone would do in this situation. He's got a sanctuary spell. Busted out. I'll tell you what, if I was really like this in real life, I'd be using that spell a lot, I'll be honest. When the mother-in-law comes around, cast it. Time for work? Sorry, I don't exist. Bit of a short-term strategy, that, but there you go. Absolutely love the little rough and tumble room here. I'm sure it's meant to be a barracks, but to me, all those cushions just look like they're ready for activities. And we'll keep our long march up. Room by room, see what we can do. Oh my god, is that another level up? This is getting out of hand. 26. We've only got 30 levels and we're already 26. I actually don't like the game as much when you hit the level cap. It to me suddenly becomes quite annoying because I just love getting level ups in games. So it almost feels like the journey's kind of over when you hit max level. So I think what I might do, well, we'll get close to max level soon enough. And then we'll make a decision if we want to maybe speed through some of the areas. There's no point in us clearing like armies of things if we're not getting much. But if we've still got loot to get, don't worry. I'm solidly committed to finding even the most innocuous loot, just so I can read the descriptions. So I pick up all this stuff. This is horrible to watch. This is almost like an adventure 101 of what not to do. Set off every trap. Get all your party to stand in the worst possible location. And those bears are going to get in the way. It always looked like a pillar on its side, that one there. Maybe I just can't work out what that like rectangle is above me. But that always looked like a column or a pillar on its side. Oh, nice little spell there as well. I mean, can't really use this stuff. And some real try-hard bachelor artwork there. Getting through it, I'm picking up a lot of stuff. Oh, look at these guys as well. His statues. They are very cool, actually. So they are humans that after an extraordinary, painful, like a 3-day poison ingestion ceremony, eventually turn into those horrible creatures. They are really, really bad in combat. I think they've got a chance to poison. I'm talking like this is like general D&D, by the way. I love the fact they use kind of like the same animations as trolls, makes them look really creepy. But yeah, the history of them is they are unfortunately poor innocent creatures, or humans at one point. Maybe they weren't so innocent. Maybe they deserved it. But I'm sure there's one or two of them that didn't. But they've had to suffer a dreadful fate. I'm guessing these are like the, I don't know, pools you have to lie in during the ritual. There's a little secret room down here as well, which is very cool. I'm cracking up. My plan is to ruin the economy on composite longbows. We get back. I'm putting a stop to big bow, as they're called, big bow business. So here it is, a little sneaky little switch. This is one torture chamber, but it's not the torture chamber. There's another little secret room down here, which is cool. So let's get straight in here. And I think it actually might be a conversation in here first.
A visitor.
Excellent. So I'm going to kind of pretend that I'm sent. Can you, I'll be back in a bit. My eyes! He's actually in quite a good little location there as well. I can't quite get to him. I don't really want to run in because I'm not sure if he's he looks like he's casting spells. A lot of them aren't mages, they're priests. Quite nice having a priest off in a way. If that's a term anyone's ever used before. I find priests just generally a lot less dangerous. A whole person is just generally the most dangerous thing of all. Oh, a magic ring. Oh, I've got a feeling, by the way, that ring is not such a good one. Don't know what it is. I think I remember putting it on before, and it might be cursed. I might be wrong. Oh, nice as well. Loads of loot in there. Well worth it. And I mean, I just don't need the experience. Got maybe a little bit too much gold, a little bit too much experience at this point. Maybe I'm going to have to go on a shopping spree. It was nice that we're finding so much good stuff as well. I found in maybe some of the other games it was a little bit spaced out, the loot. It starts off slow, but there's some pretty decent stuff just to kit out almost everyone. Like by the time you get to this point, everyone's got some pretty decent equipment. You're not going to be wanting for much, and I kind of like the fact that they're not cheap with it. Yeah, more as well. More packs of cards. Really not much to do in their downtime here other than play some card games. And I thought we are very, very close, by the way, to the boss. It might even be in this room just above us. But more Histashis. Oh, nice. Okay, so this was quite an interesting little fight I had here. For whatever reason, that little torturer manages to basically tell... he gives us a very sad message about how we weren't particularly effective, so some of us died. What I need to do is just target the priest there, and all these other civilians. We've got to try and not to auto-attack them. So I'm just going to stand here. They shouldn't be able to do much. They look quite fat and unhealthy, to be honest. Oh my goodness. They're gods of war. They're gods of war. Get out the way. So we're going to hope this aerial servant can kill this guy before Manny Pacquiao behind me just punches me to death. Nice. Okay, he's still angry. Okay, good. Thank goodness. Can I get past? Excuse me? Oh, I haven't ruined the game. Soft locked the game. No problem. You're welcome. Oh, 20,000. So that is about 50% more experience as well for doing it without too many casualties. And just in case you didn't think I was getting enough level ups, I've got another level up. Yeah, another level 7 spell. Do I need any more? No. Annoyingly, the level ups aren't particularly interesting at this point. It's not like I'm getting that much of a boost of anything. I don't need any more spells, really. I'm not using that many. More aerial servants really would be more useful than anything. And I actually used one spell I should have used a lot, as soon as I got into this area, because I know there's traps here. Find traps. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be smart enough not to walk over the traps. But at least I can see them coming, right? Oh, there's nothing here. Just a lot of like torture implements. It's not particularly nice. Maybe the nice thing about this fine traps is the fashion. Look at that. Like purple, bit of like Fast and the Furious armor. And this, I think, is the last treasure room. We've got the penultimate one, really. Oh, nice. Okay. I've got a feeling that chainmail is pretty good. That's it. Stick it to Big Bow. The nice thing, when you put things in the bag of holding and then sell them in the shops, they stack in a number, so I can sell all of those bows very easily without having to like select each one individually. Oh, nice. And a shield as well. Now, I didn't realize until I read a bit later on about random loot, because I was kind of looking at, let's just see if there's anything I've missed or anything I really want. The drops I've had so far are pretty much perfect for the build, and that shield is definitely the one. The few like random, or should I say like drop tables you can get. So you get 4 or 5 different items, potentially. But the shield is definitely, of all of them, that's the one we wanted. Now this is it. I've got a pretty solid feeling that the main boss is behind us. Still taking a lot of damage. I did the old classic, heal back, recast, sent them into the room, and there's a very odd little girl there. Now what do I do with myself during all this? I'm not sure. Priests. Okay, we're already cracking through the ads here, which is fantastic. What do I cast first? I need to find traps probably as well. I should have cast that before I got in. I've got to be careful where I stand here. There's a lot of traps, and I think they are much like a lot of these boss rooms. Dispel traps. There she is. Look at those. What a pair of bloody hell! Massive pair of swords she's got there. Sorry, I couldn't get my words out. But yeah, she's got quite interesting pair of knockers on the double doors to get into this room. Huge pair of jugs on the table. Loads of people are going to want a drink in this room. Giant pair of baps on the table. We've got to eat. We've got to have some snacks. Okay, let's take this semi-seriously. One of the things that will trip you up in this particular room is we are actually losing aerial servants here. She's a pretty decent combatant. Yeah, look at that. Really taking some damage. Wow. Maybe just maneuver these guys around. Maybe we can get more than one of them. One of the things that will trip you up if you're in a party is those mages that come from behind. So you can't like duck out of the room because you will get ambushed from behind. It's a really good design of this fight. For me, thankfully, I can just run and hide, try and look as much like a chest in the corner while buffing and debuffing. Oh, and she's down. Okay, that's big. I think one of you said this fight might almost be impossible for me. But actually, thanks to the power of aerial servants, it's not. But yeah, she was able to kill almost 2 aerial servants. Well, there you go. I'm sure some of the other bosses might find it a bit harder. At this point, just a clean-up crew at this point. Nice. Oh, we can relax. That was look, I'm finding traps all over here. These are the ones that you can really like dick you up when you walk into this room and try and fight. You accidentally step on the wrong rug, and all of the pre-buffs you put on your party get ruined. So I've cast Storm Shield because I'm a clever boy. I've cast Righteous Magic so I can smash open all the locks for these chests. And now I think there's anything down here. I think we've just got to take up the chin. But look, we're basically immune. The aerial servants not so immune. Sorry, lads. Yeah, we can really enjoy ourselves. Oh, 2.5k, not bad. Okay, not so useful. Oh, nice, a belt. Very decent. Oh, nice helm as well. Arrows are not so useful. We'll just whack it. They don't take up much space. Oh, I forgot that one. A little bit more cash. A few other bits and pieces. Not bad. Now we've got a presumably very safe trip back. And of course, we got another level up. Level 28. And that is a pretty decent one to get. So that's two-handed weapon style. That's the last one we needed. Oh, nice. We can actually see what this is. The dead man's face. This is cool, like a little story about barbarians. But the main thing is the immunity to horror and cloak of fear that this gives me. It does reduce my charisma, which is already almost dangerously low. And it's nice that I can look backwards and see the trap that just shot me in the gut. There are actually a few little, I'm probably managed to avoid. Again, part of the benefit of being a solo player is I think I'm able to avoid a lot of these traps just because I'm not taking up such a massive surface area. It's so nice to have to put all this area behind us, and we actually cleared pretty much the whole thing, right? I'm not sure if I've got plans to do that with every area, especially because I'm hitting level cap, and I don't know how big some of these hordes are going to get. But I would like to see the whole game, and the reason why I'm doing this because I saw there's a Neo Orog Avenger that seemed to be doing something to some poor villager at the distance. So I've got some bad news for people who've booked their Airbnb this weekend. Looks like some Chelsea supporters have come into town. Again, with aerial servants, I thought I'd better check the pub to see if everyone was all right. They haven't even noticed. It's so rowdy in there. It's quite weird the way they did this, I'll be honest. They've added in a few packs of like people that the Neo Orogs are kind of like harassing. Evil suffered. Oh, big shout out to the guy who noticed the voice actor from the previous one of Kresalak. What are you talking about, mate? She and I have been fools for centuries. I don't want to try and do his voice. He's a much better voice actor than I am by a long way. I mean, pretty impressive spell there. I'm not actually sure what that spell is. Little animation he did there. This bit kind of annoys me. I'm like, it's all right, Arundel. I'm almost a level 30 cleric. Pretty certain I can almost do everything to save you. Nah. No, really. I'm level, I'm really high level. Everything will be fine. No, I don't want it. Look, I promised you all that I wouldn't make these videos too long so I can get them out more frequently. I failed, but subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know what you thought of the video. Drop me a like. Actually, please just tell me who will be better than Orlando Bloom in Kingdom of Heaven. And I'll see you guys in the next one.